How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about a, I guess, maybe controversial topic, and that is it worth buying fake football shirts, soccer jerseys, whatever you want to call it? So I have two shirts that I'm going to be showing off. One, it's an original, one's a fake, and we're going to be doing a little comparison. So if you saw my recent purchase video, you saw that I got the new Argentina 3-star jersey with the Champions little nameplate on the back of it. And as you may have already noticed, I also have another one that I normally have hanging up here, but I took it down obviously for the purpose of this video, so I just have my 98 Batistuta jersey hanging up there right now. And so I figured, why not do a comparison video and see if it's true when most YouTubers say that my light was flickering, but every time I look at it, it's not flickering. I'm looking at the camera and I see it from my side vision that it's flickering, but when I look, it stops. Okay, now it stopped. Now it just stopped, but that was weird. Sorry about that. There are many people on YouTube that say that the quality of these shirts are exactly the same as the original, like you won't ever tell a difference, you'll save a lot of money. And well, the saving money part is true, like these shirts are a lot cheaper than buying an original, an authentic, whichever wording you want to use. But is it actually worth it? Is it actually the same quality? Like, are they just saying that because they have no clue what they're talking about, or are they correct? And that's what we'll be doing today in this video. We're going to be pretty much seeing the differences, and is it actually the same quality as buying an original? So let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we start, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button right down below. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. And like I said before, every 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. So we're almost there. And if you like free stuff, which I'm sure you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. Share this with your friends, make sure they subscribe. And if they don't subscribe, then maybe they're not your real friends. Maybe you gotta get new friends. Maybe you have to rethink your life. I'm just kidding. Don't rethink your life. Your life is great. But anyway, let's now get to the video. Okay, so here are the jerseys over here. As you can see, these are both Argentina jerseys. They both have the World Cup champion patch in the middle, and they both have the 3 stars. And if you flip it over, we have the Champions name set on the back, which is Campeones del Mundo, and 3 stars. And I'm gonna do a little overlay where you can see the jerseys a little bit better. So the question is, which one is the authentic, original, and which one is the fake one or bootleg? So we have jersey A over here and we have jersey B over here, and I'm gonna let you take a look at them and try to decide on your own and see which one you think is the fake one. So if you thought jersey A, which is this one over here, was the original, you are correct. This is the original shirt here, and this one right here is the fake. Now, one thing I should point out is they're completely different sizes. This one's an extra large and this one's a medium. Not sure if that matters when making the comparison, but I just figured I'd mention it for whatever reason. So what are some of the biggest differences in both of these? I think the most noticeable one that you might have noticed already right off the bat with the World Cup Champions patch in the middle. They're completely different. The original one has more of just a solid little patch on it, whereas the fake one actually kind of has a little bit more detail in the patch. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the fake patch a little bit more than the original. I think the quality of that patch looks really, really nice. The patch on the fake jersey does look more like the ones that the players actually used on their jerseys. So it's possible that the patches on this original jersey could be like a replica that's used on replica jerseys, whereas There's also a player version that's used on the authentic jerseys, and this fake jersey might be trying to replicate that authentic player version patch. But that's pretty much the only thing that's like a huge major difference. that's like really noticeable. All the other ones you kind of have to look, you kind of take like a second look to really notice it. One thing that you notice in the original is that if I'm just hanging it just normal as it is, you can kind of already see like the size tag right there kind of peeking through. Whereas if you're looking at the fake one, you don't. And maybe that could have been a giveaway too. You have to really go all the way down to see that little tag right there. Also, by the way, correction, I said earlier this was a medium, is actually a large. Looks more like a medium. Another thing that I noticed in the fake one that's kind of hard to tell at the, unless you're looking at it like up close, but the Adidas logo, the World Cup champion patch, and the Argentina little badge over here, they're not exactly aligned all that well. The Adidas logo looks like it might be a little bit crooked. It's just like the placement of it just doesn't seem very straight like the original one does. The original one looks like the placement of everything is much more, I guess, precise. And like I said, it's kind of hard to tell if I'm just hanging it up here, but if you kind of like lay it flat in a flat surface, you can kind of tell a little bit more. If we're looking at the champion name set on the back of the shirt, you can clearly see that the fake one is much smaller than the original one. Now, to be fair, when I ordered the fake one, I ordered it maybe like the next day Argentina won the World Cup. So it's, to be fair, like, they just kind of eyeballed it and just made it. So, whatever, that's not the biggest deal in the world. As far as the quality of the name set, they look pretty similar. They don't necessarily feel the same. The fake one kind of feels like it could probably wash away after one wash, whereas the original feels like an actual name set. So quality is definitely there. As far as the quality of the badge, over here, this is the fake one right here. It feels pretty similar to the original. The original just feels maybe just like a tad bit a little bit thicker, but other than that, they don't really necessarily feel too much different. As far as the feel of the overall jersey itself, this is the fake one right over here. It kind of does feel pretty similar to the original. The only thing, it just kind of looks like it's all stitched together, maybe not as nice. And it's something that you can't really tell by looking at the camera. Like the Adidas stripes up here, they look like they could probably easily just come off, like if you wash it one time. The little side seam right over here, this little black line over here, kind of the same thing. It looks like it could easily just come undone. The texture of the whole jersey feels pretty similar to the original, but just as far as like them sewing it all together, it kind of looks like it could easily just come apart after one wash. So, but that's something that's a common thing with like fake jerseys in general. Like they usually don't last very long after, if you were to like really wash it, like it comes apart after like maybe 1 or 2 washes. So like that's kind of expected. Obviously when looking at the original one, you don't get that feeling at all. Like everything feels like it's, been put together very well, which obviously you would expect that from an original coming from the actual Adidas factory itself. So of course, that's obvious. And now, of course, the biggest difference here is obviously the price. This cost me $120. This one cost me $20. So there's a $100 difference. But is it really worth it? Is the real question. And my answer to that question is, honestly, it kind of just depends. As a collector, obviously, for me, I want to have all the original stuff, and I have the original right here. And my only reasoning for buying a fake at the time is because I just honestly just wanted to eventually put this on a frame and just hang it on the wall as decoration. I don't necessarily have a problem with people buying fakes, like especially like if you have kids and you want to buy your kids the latest jersey. Like, I have kids too. Like, I'm not going to spend $70 for something they're going to grow out in a year or less. I'd rather get the fake, or if anything, I'd rather wait for end of season sales where I can get it for a lot cheaper. For reasons like that, like if you have kids and you want to get them the latest jersey for them to wear when the season starts, like that's fine. Like I don't have an issue with that. Or if you don't have the money at the moment in time to get an original, because jerseys are getting more and more expensive every year. If you don't have the funds for that kind of stuff, like I understand if you want to buy a fake. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think the only problem I really have with fakes is that it's not necessarily buying the fakes, but I have more of an issue with people who are claiming that fake jerseys are exactly the same as the original. They're made by the same factory or all that kind of stuff. Like this is not true. It's definitely not the same quality. People who say that it's exactly the same, no offense, but they have no idea what they're talking about. It's like when I used to work at a skate shop and, parents would come with their kids trying to buy a skateboard and they'd be, shocked or mad at me because the skateboard cost like $100 and they're like, well, I can just go to Walmart and get a skateboard for $20. And it's like, that's a toy. That's not a real skateboard. And it's kind of the same thing with these jerseys. When you're buying a fake jersey, like you're not buying the quality. You're buying just something that someone put together, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, it'll work, it'll do its purpose, but it's not the same. And again, I'm not against buying fakes. Obviously, that would be very hypocritical of me to say don't buy fakes, because I have fakes, and it's, you know, it is what it is. But don't be fooled when people say that's exactly the same thing as buying an original. It's not. But that's pretty much my opinion on fakes. I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with them. Like, I think they can be useful, especially for people who don't necessarily have the funds to get an original. I think they're good for decoration purposes, like how I use my fake jerseys for. I think they're good if you want to have a retro jersey that you can't afford because they're so expensive, or if you want to wear them to like a festival, or if you just want to, you know, whatever. I think that's fine. Like, I really don't have anything against it. If you're a collector, I don't think there's any pride in collecting fake jerseys, but if you're into that, I mean, good for you. As long as you're, you know, honest and open up that you're collecting fake jerseys, which I know there's some YouTubers that they have a channel based on fake jerseys, and you know, as long as they're being honest about it, I don't have an issue with it either. I think actually it kind of helps let other people see what the quality looks like as well. But the thing about that is that you don't really truly know the quality of a fake shirt until you actually have one. So you'll have to buy one to really decide for yourself whether you think it was worth it or not, or if you think the quality is really good. It's never going to be as good as the original, but it can be close. I do have some fakes that are pretty close, but they're just not quite there. And if you watch my most recent entire collection video, there's going to be a little section there for bootlegs, and where I go over all the other fake jerseys that I have, where I kind of go more in depth with like the quality, because there are some that are pretty good, and there are some that look good from far away, like if you're looking in the video, but like if you really like look at it in person, like it's just really not there. So, you know, you can always look at that if you want more references on as far as how fake jerseys look. But anyway, that pretty much concludes that video. Sorry if I went on a rant about who should buy fake jerseys, who should not, all that kind of stuff. That's just my opinion. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to judge at the end of the day, and I am no one to judge you anyway. So do what you got to do. Live your best life. I will live my best life, and we will just move forward. At the end of the day, nobody cares. But I do want to know what you think about this whole subject about buying fake jerseys. Like, should you do it? Should you not? Let me know down below what you think. I'm not going to judge your opinions or anything like that. I'm just curious, and I just want to know what you think. That's all. Like I said before, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on future content. We have a lot of soccer jersey stuff going on this channel. And again, we'll be doing a giveaway once we hit 2,000 subscribers, and we'll be doing giveaways for every 1,000 subscribers that comes along. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you share this with people you know that can also hit the subscribe button. That way we can get there quicker and give more free stuff out, because I know you all want free stuff. I know I like free stuff. I know you like free stuff. And don't worry, no giveaways will be fake jerseys ever. Maybe like a gift card, or you know, like a voucher for a jersey company or something like that. Maybe we can do that as well, or we can do more jerseys. We'll figure that out later. But subscribe to the channel. That way you can qualify for the giveaway. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, week, month, year, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everyone.